Hi, this is Ellie, and welcome to Chamber Chatting. I am here again this week with our very own President and CEO, Mr. JJ Hollie.
Hi, Ellie.
And I'm here with our Director of Special Events and Governmental Affairs, Miss Angela Storseth-Cooper.
Hi.
And we are really excited to talk about, kind of going on what we talked about with JJ last week, why we now have this position at the Chamber that emphasizes governmental affairs. So JJ, tell us a little bit about why you decided to create this intention at the Chamber.
This intention at the Chamber. Well, I felt like it was important for our Chamber to be politically active.
Mm-hmm.
And we have over 2,000 members, and a lot of those members are small businesses, and they don't have a government affairs division or a legislative affairs position. So that is a way for us to add value to somebody's membership and advocate in a very local way with the township board, with the county, with the state level, with national level office holders, and support our members and help them get their voice heard.
So Angela, tell us a little bit more about your role in this and really what your vision is in this initiative.
I am just really excited to start planning, especially with the election coming up in November. We're looking at having a few events kind of leading up to it to kind of get the members more involved. I think that's kind of one of the biggest problems we have in our community is not only the voter fatigue, because we have so many elections between local all the way up to our state and national level office holders that a lot of people have no idea when to vote, where to vote, how to vote. So we're hoping that these events that we have will inform them not only on where, when, and how, but also who. We're nonpartisan, so we're not going to sway people one way or the other. Our events are strictly to just bring that information to them. Also, we're emailing that information to, a champion within a lot of our companies that they can give that information to their employees, because we can't touch everybody, with our member memo and, our magazine and things like that. So, we could talk about some of the events we have coming up.
Yes, let's, absolutely. So we're entering into a political season, and we are ready to serve our members in our community and informing them of, how they can get involved. So yeah, take it away.
Well, on September 19th, Congressman Brady's office contacted JJ and I to talk about bringing in the Job Creators Network. They're really focused on bringing small businesses back, which is the tour that they're doing is called Bringing Small Businesses Back. And one of the founders of this organization was the CEO of Home Depot. Mm-hmm. He was the one who started that, or was the founder of Home Depot. And I guess today, I'm not really sure the logistics of it, but if someone were to start a company small, like a Home Depot, it couldn't grow into what it is today, given the nature of our taxes and things like that. Right. Again, I don't really know the logistics of that, but that's what they're going to explain to us on September 19th is ways that, with the election coming up, who would be the right candidates in different ways to be pro small businesses, which I think is essential for our members to have that information. So we've partnered with all of our surrounding chambers. So the Conroe chambers partner with us, and we're inviting everyone as well, along with Congressman Brady. So that's going to be at the Sam Houston State University, the Woodlands Center, September 19th from 1:30 to 2:30. Do you have anything you want to add to that event?
Oh, I just think it's right in our wheelhouse of what we're trying to do. I mean, small businesses are kind of the backbone of our chamber and the backbone of our economy. And when we have a regressive tax policy that keeps small businesses from starting or prospering, then anything we can do to highlight that issue and resolve it is something that is very worthwhile.
Absolutely, and I think they're kind of using this tour around all over the United States, and they're having several stops in the Houston area, is to serve as a rally too, a Get Out the Vote rally, which we're kind of doing on our own with our Business Votes Day, and that's coming up on October 27th. And we've kind of, it's hard to tell people in our community, get out the vote, but early voting's this date through this date, and then election day's on this date. Sometimes it's easier to just advertise one date and make sure everyone gets out on that time to get out and vote and to see what kind of increase we can have on the polls that day.
So you haven't procrastinated that kind of thing.
Yeah. So we've actually partnered with McKesson Specialty Health, who is going to sponsor our voting valet service. And I know we've talked about that previously on the show.
Absolutely.
But our voting valet is going to be a shuttle that I'm scheduling to go to these companies and pick their employees up and bring them to the South Montgomery County Community Center to vote on that day, on October 27th. We haven't expanded outside of Montgomery County yet, so unfortunately it is only for people who live in Montgomery County who work here in the Woodlands that we can take to that polling location.
So for early voting, as long as you are registered to vote in Montgomery County, for early voting, you can vote at any early voting location.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to go to your precinct until Election Day, so November 8th, and which is hard because a lot of people, even when at their house, their precinct is still pretty far from them. So we're really encouraging, that's why we have Business Votes Day in the middle of early voting, so it serves as a rally to remind people to vote after that day, but also so that way we can take them right here in the heart of the Woodlands to go vote.
Absolutely.
So we're excited for that. We have several openings still available for our shuttle to come by and pick them up. We're working with CNS Transportation on that. So there is companies out there that would like to, it's a free service to our members. All we need to do is schedule a time and we'll come by, pick them up, bring them to the polls. We're hoping it's going to be about 30 to 45 minutes. So Hal Barr and I with CNS have been working on this schedule to make sure that this doesn't run over an hour. Because then I feel like it becomes unbeneficial. By that time, someone could have gotten their car and driven there.
Right.
So
make it easy for them. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so Angela, what are some of the ways that we can learn about the candidates as we're approaching Election Day?
Absolutely. So we are going to send out some information on just Montgomery County, Harris County, Walker County, San Jacinto County, Liberty County, Waller County, and Grimes County, which are all the counties that touch Montgomery County, just because we have people coming from all different areas. Every ballot's probably going to be different just because given those local elections. And so we're going to provide sample ballots for everybody. Not only we have some forums coming up, so we're having a township election forum on October 13th. That's also going to be at the Sam Houston State University, the Woodlands Center. It's going to be open to the public as well as our membership, and that's going to be at 5:30. We'll have sample ballots at that event.
Okay.
But also we'll send those out in our member memo and on our Facebook page, and then I'm partnering with those companies and emailing it to them. But that way they can see who's on the ballot. Now you could go into Google and just plug it in, but we have a lot of partnerships with different organizations that they've taken surveys of those candidates and put that information on, such as the Voter Awareness Council, the VAC. They have their website where they've actually surveyed most of the candidates. So that's going to be nonpartisan information as well. So we'll definitely send out that website to everybody. And then of course, community impact newspapers will have their voter guide come out.
Yeah, they always have a really thorough voter guide.
They really do. So we're working with them, and we'll send that out to all of our members as well. And that's also going to be nonpartisan information. It's just the facts on who the candidate is, more information if you want to go to their campaign websites, which I encourage everyone to do, because you really can learn a lot about someone just kind of reaching out to them and even, trying to get to one of our forums so they can meet them face to face and hear what they have to say.
Absolutely. And we'll have that on the Chamber website as well. So go to woodlandschamber.org and we'll have a banner that takes you right to it. Okay, so Angela, are there any other dates or information that we need to know to make sure that we are registered and ready to go for Business Votes Day?
Absolutely. First and foremost, October 11th is the last day to register to vote for the November election.
October 11th.
So if you are not registered to vote or you're unsure if you're registered to vote, go look on like I said, if you type in Montgomery County voter information or Harris County voter information, it'll take you right to the main election website. You can plug in your address, your birthday, and it'll tell you whether you're registered to vote or not. It'll tell you what precinct you're in. It'll tell you who your current elected officials are. So you know who the incumbents are and whether that they have someone running against them. So I encourage everyone before October 11th to make sure that you're registered to vote. And then obviously early voting is October 24th through November 4th, and October 27th, which is in the middle, is our Business Votes Day, and then the election day is November 8th.
So can people vote on Business Votes Day even if they don't use the voter valet? Like if they just want to grab some people from their office, we want them to try to vote.
Absolutely.
On October 27th.
We want them to walk to the polls, drive to the polls. If you go to lunch by yourself that day, shame on you. Like, go to lunch, bring 5 people,
Yep.
stop by the polls to vote. And if you wear your I voted sticker that night to Kirby Steakhouse, that's your ticket into our Party from the Polls event. So make sure you vote, even if you vote prior to October 27th, keep your I voted sticker, bring it in, and we have some cocktails and some refreshments for everyone. So
Okay, and so November 8th is going to be election. We will find out the election results that evening, and we'll keep you posted.
I do want to say that I think through Angela's leadership and our Business Advocacy Council, they have done a phenomenal job at organizing our political activity and our legislative activity. And we could not do it without Angela and her team and the volunteers of the Business Advocacy Council and all their hard work. They've even developed legislative priorities for our chamber that our board has passed. So it's been a very worthwhile bit of work that those guys have done. So
Absolutely. And anybody can be part of the Business Advocacy Council, correct?
anybody can,
as long as they're a member. Yep.
So we welcome to those, and those meetings are,
They're the third Friday of every month at 8 a.m. here at the chamber.
and we always have coffee.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. And we encourage all of our members, don't forget, get out the vote and check your registration status. But most importantly, October 27th, Business Votes Day. Come join us. It's going to be a great day. We'll see you soon. This is Ellie P.
And this is Hollie P.
And this is Two Peas in a Podcast, where we tell you what's going on at the chamber this week. So, Holly, on Tuesday, we've got a big day. We got back-to-back events tomorrow.
We do.
So the first one, don't miss it in the morning. It's a seminar sponsored by our Affinity team, and it is about connecting with clients in the Woodlands, done by longtime business owner and resident Brett Strong.
Nice.
So he has done this seminar for us a couple different times, and it's a fantastic seminar. So if you're new to the Woodlands, if you are a young professional, or if you're just trying to connect to a new client base, Brett will be here and give you some tried and true tips and tricks to do that. He always has great information to share. It's always a pretty lively seminar, so don't miss it. It's tomorrow from 9:30 to 11:30 here at the chamber. It is complimentary for chamber members, and for non-members, I think it's $25.
Yes.
$25. So don't miss it. It's a great one. Carve some time out of your schedule, because this is some valuable information and some great people to connect with.
Absolutely. Also, tomorrow at 5:30 to 7:30 is Meet the New Members at Fielding's Local over there
Creekside.
on Kirkendall. Yes, in Creekside. That is a complimentary event. These Meet the New Members events are getting bigger and bigger like every single month. So
They really
I
are.
think there were like 115 people at the last one that I attended. So bring your business cards.
Yep.
Have a cocktail and just, network with full members and prospective members. It's a great event. Again, Tuesday, September 27th, 5:30 to 7:30 at Fielding's Local Creekside. And last but not least, on Thursday, September 29th, is
Woohoo!
Cards and Cocktails.
Cards and cocktails.
So from 5:30 to 10:30 over there at Wild Stallion Vineyards. It's $75 for members if you want to play. It's $45 if you want to just have an event pass, and can register online. And we look forward to seeing everybody out there. It's going to be a great event.
Yeah, it's been an event-heavy September, so let's finish strong, and we'll see y'all at Cards and Cocktails. And don't forget, we talked about it in our session, but don't forget October 27th, Business Votes Day.
Yes.
Join us. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Absolutely. So this is Hollie P.
And this is Ellie P, and this is Two Peas in a Podcast. We'll see you next time.